Who doesn't love a beautiful brand new construction home? The idea of buying a brand new property is very desirable. Sometimes you can customize your home, finishing it the way you want to your specifications. However, new constructions do have some negatives over buying an existing resale home. My name is Nick Garcia. I'm a realtor at All City Real Estate, and I help people buy and sell homes in and around the Austin area. In this video, I'm going to take you through the pros and cons of new construction homes versus already built existing homes to help make you so you can make a more informed choice when buying a home. The new construction business is booming right now as they try to make up for the lower inventory. So let's review the positives of a brand new home. It's obviously brand new. There's a lot to be said for having a home that nobody has lived in previously. The home will be cleaner, everything will be new, and there will be fewer surprises you would expect with a resale home. You won't have to put up with the previous owner's design choices and get to start with a blank canvas. A brand new home should also require less maintenance than older properties. This should reduce the chances of something breaking, leaks happening, or urgent repairs. But even if something goes wrong, you should be covered by a warranty for the first few years anyway. Another pro is that sometimes if you're early enough in the process, you can pick your lot and design. When you decide to buy a brand new construction, in many cases, you can choose a lot where you want it. This could let you choose a bigger parcel of land, perhaps a corner lot, or a location in the development that will give you better views or access, or just an overall better location. There's an old saying in real estate, location, 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 because it definitely matters. Not just for you and your lifestyle, but the lot you select will impact the value of the home later down the road when it's time to sell. Lots can increase or decrease the value of the home depending on where it's located. It is also a factor in how quickly the home will sell once it's placed on the market. I know it's not something that you want to think about when you're first buying a home, but I always tell my clients they need to think about the future because the average person sells their home in 3 to 5 years. Another good thing about brand new homes is they're energy efficient. With increasing concerns about rising utility bills, energy efficient homes will become the focus of many buyers. And with a new home, you can build in efficiencies that will save on your utility costs for the rest of the time you're living in the property. Changes in building codes and a greater focus on energy use mean that new homes typically benefit from reduced utility bills. With a new build home, you can make sure that the builder is doing everything that they can to reduce the energy consumption. I can attest to this showing a lot of older homes in Austin. The inspection report always comes in with insulation deficiencies, not to mention some duct issues, and windows that are just not efficient anymore. Like I mentioned earlier, you can choose a lot, but you can also sometimes choose the floor plan if you're early on in the process. When you're looking to buy an existing property, you'll have to put up with the original floor plan at least for a while. With a newly constructed home, you might be able to make changes to the layout before construction even begins. You can choose to have a wall removed or a new doorway added to better suit your living requirements. While this might increase your construction costs slightly when deviating from the standard design, it will save the costs and inconvenience of having to make these changes later. And speaking to that, you can also choose the materials and finish outs. When you decide to buy a new construction, you'll get the opportunity sometimes to choose how the home is finished. You can choose what flooring you want, what color the walls are painted, and select kitchen cabinets and counters along with many other options. This allows you to have your home more customized the way you want it without having to do any of the work yourself or put up with having to find and deal with contractors in your home for weeks. Choose the finishes that suit your taste and style, as well as the features that meet your requirements. Also, like I mentioned earlier, you're going to come into a new construction home whether you buy it newly already made or you get to choose the lot, the floor plan, and the finish outs. You're usually going to have some type of builder warranty. You can normally expect to get a warranty from the builder of your new home. These types of warranties typically cover more things than homeowner's insurance will, or warranties that are bought later on, such as just a residential warranty for $500 or $600. And since the builder will likely still have crews working on the development, any required fixes should happen pretty quickly in newer developments. Sometimes these builder warranties will last 2 years and are often easier than filing an insurance claim when something goes wrong. However, not all builders are reliable, and you should make sure they have a good track record before you choose them to build your home or to purchase a new home. And this is where a real estate agent could come into play. You can also find out who is building or has built the home. Check the Better Business Bureau for complaints. In the Austin area, typically you'll get a 1-year warranty for anything, a 2-year warranty for major systems, and a 10-year warranty for major structural components like the foundation. Of course, every builder is different, so it's an important question to ask and determine before you sign that contract. And finally, builder incentives. This is especially true right now as we have very high interest rates. Builders are covering closing costs, offering competitive interest rates, and letting you choose upgrades. All that sounds pretty great, right? Well, it's not all sunshines and rainbows when it comes to buying a new construction home. Though the pros of a brand new home are going to be appealing, you shouldn't ignore the negatives, so let's get into that. One complaint I often run into when showing clients new construction homes is that the neighborhoods are more unestablished. There's a lot of uncertainty whenever you move into a new home, but when you build in a brand new development, there's more. With unestablished neighborhood, you won't know who your neighbors are or how they will maintain their property. You could find yourself living next to neighbors who love loud late night parties with an existing home. This is likely to be less of a problem. Also, the landscape is usually a lot newer, meaning smaller trees, bushes, and shrubs. We also have uncertain closing dates. While things can go wrong with any home purchase, pushing back the closing date, there are many more potential problems with new construction. Things like adverse weather or difficulty in sourcing construction materials can delay the closing date of your home. The builder will usually give you an estimated closing date, but this can change by weeks or even months. You could be waiting for about 5 to 6 months at a minimum for your home to be constructed, but it could be over 12 months, believe it or not. If there are delays added to this, the wait to move into your new home probably will be frustrating and it will add to your overall cost of living. This could have serious cost implications as well, leaving you to find somewhere for your family to live until the home is ready. During the pandemic, we were seeing shipping delays, labor shortages, and major increases in materials. And to be honest, some of these issues and delays are still around. Interest rates. If you require a home loan to buy your newly constructed house, which most people do, you could find that interest rates has changed by the time you close on your home. With the longer amount of time between agreeing to buy the home and it being ready to move into, there's a greater chance that the interest rate has changed. Unfortunately, locking in a rate for 6+ months is not an option. Now, this could go in your favor, especially right now while interest rates are so high and the rumor is they're going to be dropping towards the summer. But things could go the other direction. Even small differences in your interest rate will result in you paying a lot more interest over the life of the mortgage. There are many questions you want to discuss with your mortgage broker prior to making a decision, or a lot of times you choose to go with the builder's lender because they're offering incentives. But that doesn't mean that the interest rate can't change. Builder interest rates can work for or against you just like a normal mortgage lender can. So it's important to weigh all of your options and make sure the numbers make sense for you. Next, we have higher costs. When you're buying a brand new home, you can expect to pay a premium. There can be a lot of hidden costs of buying a brand new home. The premium you'll have to pay will depend on the area, but the extra expense is still worth it to many people. When you view the builder's model home, it's easy to fall in love with all the features a home has. However, you have to remember that in this model home, it will include all the bells and whistles. If you decide that you need these extra features in the home that you're purchasing, be prepared to pay for that. The other thing we want to look at is builder grade materials. Just because it's a new home doesn't mean that the materials are the best quality. The materials the builder uses to construct the home could be average builder grade, even when spending more on a luxury home. That means items in the home aren't going to be the highest quality, instead being more cost efficient to maximize the builder's profits. While everything should function and you're likely to have the builder's warranty, some of these materials could be lower in quality. Things like fittings, plumbing, kitchen cabinets, lighting might need to be replaced sooner than you'd expect. Next, limited options. While you might imagine that buying a new construction means that you can select whatever materials you want for your home to be finished in, this won't always be the case. Most of the time, your builder will offer a limited range of options of the materials you can select. So if you want particular counters or cabinets in your kitchen, you might not be able to get exactly what you want. If you have your heart set on a particular type of flooring, you might discover that your builder doesn't offer it. This will result in you having to settle for a compromise and the possibility of making expensive changes to your home later on. Next, we have off-gassing. Though you might like the new house smell, the gases that have created that smell can actually be pretty harmful. Volatile organic compounds, or VOCs, are responsible and can be dangerous to your health, causing long-term problems. For example, formaldehyde is one of the most common chemicals released from wood in a new house. The chemical is used to embalm bodies, but isn't so great for the living. New carpets and curtains can also release chemicals that can trigger allergies or more serious health problems. You could be exposed to thousands of different chemicals in a brand new home, and it could take more than a decade or more for these to be fully clear. Next, we have fixed prices. When buying a house, there is normally the chance to negotiate on the price to get a better deal. This option is less likely to be available when you're buying new construction. Builders usually have less leeway. The base price of the home is normally fixed by the builder. While they will add this to the price for the features you want, they likely won't offer you a better deal on that base price. Next, we have property taxes. Sometimes property taxes are more expensive in new developments. This is because there isn't the infrastructure already in place, and the developments might have taken out a loan from the city to cover the cost. The loan to pay for roads and other infrastructure will be repaid by local taxes, which could double the bill. Higher taxes could also make being approved for a home loan more difficult, as it will affect the debt to income ratio and all that when you're trying to apply for a loan. The property taxes could reduce the amount the lender is willing to loan, possibly stopping you from being able to buy that new build. To sum things up and to give you an idea of where you can find new construction if you're looking in the Austin area, there are many advantages and disadvantages of buying a new home, and the same holds true for existing homes. A newly constructed home is appealing for many reasons, but before you set your sights on a brand new house, you need to consider the potential downsides. Though you might get closer to the perfect home with the new build, it does come with additional costs and potential problems. Not everyone can handle the potential stress of building or buying a new home, while others will easily stay sane during the home construction process. So after weighing the pros and cons, you might find buying an existing home is the more attractive option. There are many neighborhoods in Austin with great new construction options. I've shown clients recently there were actually under 500,000 brand new home in the Austin city limits. Southeast Austin, East Austin, Northeast, and outside Austin and Liberty Hill, Leander, Pflugerville, and Georgetown have a lot of options for new construction, as well as south of Austin, the suburbs of Buda and Kyle. If you found this video helpful, subscribe to my channel, hit that like button, and if you're ready to start touring new construction or already built homes, give me a call.